Alright you guys, we're going to continue our lessons in stacking the deck. However, this week we are going to learn how to do a Zorro shuffle and a bridge shuffle in mid-air, because this is going to not only help in stacking the deck, but it's also going to get you away from table card tricks and allow you to actually go out in the streets and perform. So, with that being said, even after a few hands, you'd think I have it, but I actually stacked it for this guy. So, let's get into it. So a lot of you watching might be asking, why am I teaching how to stack a deck of cards? Hopefully majority of you are not, and you just want to know every method there is to control a card. And whether or not you guys use this to actually cheat in a game is completely up to you. Don't hold me responsible. I'm here for your entertainment only. So with that being said, we're taking this slow. We're not diving right into actually literally stacking the cards and positioning them. We're going to take it slow. This will help you control cards so much easier, because when you're in mid-air, you can go around, walk on the streets, and it's pretty impressive to be able to do a nice shuffle with bridging the cards without the use of a table like most people need it. Again, these specific tutorials are going to get more advanced as time goes on and actually stacking the deck, including bottom deals and everything you may need to know, but we need to take it slow. So, for those of you that are new, we're going to learn how to do a bridge shuffle in mid-air. So bridge shuffles normally work with you holding the cards in this biddle grip type position, and you should be able to just hold on to it with your pinkies and your index finger not holding onto it, just completely suspended, very comfortably. Then you're going to take your index finger, put it underneath the back of the cards, bow them to allow them to riffle through like that, and you're just going to let them riffle into these fingers, because you're going to have this setup where you have the biddle grip in both hands, same kind of if you were to fan the cards. So in bowing the cards, riffle through. And now all you're going to do is you can use these fingers along with your index fingers to just pry them up into the other hand to stabilize your positioning. And most on bridging on the table, that is, you just let everything drop. So if you don't know how to do that, first practice doing it on an actual table. Because then, with them shuffled like this, shuffled together like that, you can turn the whole deck and just bring it up. You're bowing the cards just like that, and then, now that you have this tight grip, your right finger and your left hand are essentially just slowly coming apart from each other. They're separating, like that. But it happens so quick, the separation between them, it will just become natural and allow you to shuffle just like that. So, again, that's with using the table, but if you're out and performing on the streets, you want to just be able to bow, riffle them off, pass it off, double biddle grip. A little tip, if something goes wrong for whatever reason and you can't shuffle them together, then shuffle the corners together, and then you can actually slide them and shuffle them. You don't want to do an ex-girlfriend shuffle where it looks good, does nothing. And just keep practicing this. This is a great one to do sitting on the couch, watching television, what have you. Even when you're walking down the street, in hallways, wherever you may be, you're trying to get from one place to another, just do this. Just get used to it, and it will become very second nature, very natural. And as for the beginning, when I stacked the cards, I did this one move where it was a false shuffle, and it was just like that, and it was in the intro of this video, and it came out to a little swivel cut, and that was just a false riffle shuffle. I have a tutorial for that, and you can check that out there. False riffle shuffle could help in your stacking. I'll do one angle just from your perspective, so you have it in your right hand. Going to riffle off about half the deck, pass it over, pass it up, got both biddle grip, going to shuffle off. And a lot of times you might come up and they'll snap apart like that, but it's just seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, seeing how deep you actually want to get the cards that's like extremely deep versus just using the tips and the corners. You can still use that. It's completely your preference. Corners again. And that is the bridge shuffle. Going into the Zorro shuffle, modified Zorro shuffle, I believe the actual Zorro shuffle is a little fancier, very slightly modified, and if I call it the Zorro shuffle, you die-hard magicians will call me out on it. So I'm just gonna call it the modified Zorro shuffle. So all the Zorro shuffle is playing on the table like this, shuffling the corners together, and bringing the cards together. And that is how poker dealers are taught how to shuffle, because it keeps the cards very low to the ground, very low to the table. You can't see the cards arguably when you're shuffling. No one can see any of the bottom cards. It is a fair, clean shuffle that is invisible for anyone to see what card is where, unless you're a mechanic and you know how to stack the deck. Practice start doing this on the table. It's just, you're splitting the cards apart, coming together with your pincher fingers right along the center line of the bicycles, or about 1/3 of the way down from the center. And you have this grip where where these two fingers, middle and ring finger on the side, your thumb's pinching the other side, and your thumb's going to pry these packets up. And when it does that, your index finger is going to bow the cards down, and your thumb is just going to slide right up both packets. And this particular shuffle is nice because you really don't need to get the cards in super deep. You only do need just the corners. So have fun with practicing how near the corners you actually can get to having them attached to allow you to still shuffle them. Now, as far as doing this shuffle in the air, you want to have a modified grip like this, as if you were to do a one-handed Charlie or cut, and turn the packet down. And your left hand's going to come over, taking about half the cards and stripping them away. And even though your fingers are low, see how they're low near the packet? You need to use your index finger to slide them into position to mimic what the other hand is doing. So, in starting here, it's going to lift it up, strip it off, adjust accordingly. And now with the hands in the air, you can hold this completely with these hands, with these fingers, obviously with these hands. Pinky, index finger pinching down, while this hand is supporting it and stabilizing it and keeping the cards flush. And while it's like this, you can actually switch positions of your thumb to your index finger. So now your thumb's holding it down, thumb's holding the packet, and your index fingers are free to roam. So kind of get used to that if you're not, and you'll understand why right now. So your thumbs are going to do it because your index fingers need to come underneath and bow the cards like how they would on the table. And because your thumb can hold them, your index fingers and your ring finger and your middle finger, can bow underneath and keep the support of it, while your pinky is now keeping it flush. And all it is just shuffling the corners just like that, and as soon as you're done, you can grab hold of the packet and start to push it together and immediately strip away, switch out index fingers with the thumbs, come up top near the corners, shuffle together just like that, bring it together. This is going to help you in placing the cards. Not a bad hand, Jack of diamonds, King of diamonds. So if you were to stack 4 let's say 5 people, and you needed, you wanted to give the cards to position 2, let's say. So you're not stacking for yourself anymore, you're helping someone else out. So 1, here's our winning hand, hopefully. Take a diamonds. 5 players, remember? So coming back. So getting used to this kind of shuffling can allow you, during your magic trick, to place cards in specific sections. Again, real quick, this is how it should go. I'm gonna do this really slow so you guys can follow along. Get the deck in this placement. Ripple through. Adjust accordingly. Follow the cards up. Now you're using your fingers underneath as the table. And this one, a modified tri-layer cut. Turn the packet down. Strip half the cards away. Get them flush together. Shuffle in the corners. Push them together. And you keep going. Keep going. Even do halfway little fancy shuffle. Hope you got value out of it. This is going to dramatically increase your presentation as far as performing the streets. You can always learn how to take a table effect and virtually do it in the air, which helps and aids to street magic, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are here for. And it will just make tricks seem that much more impromptu, that you don't need a set up table to perform anything. So get out there, have fun with it, play with the idea of performing tricks in the air without a table. Alright you guys, so when you're practicing this, just like I said, be walking around, whether you're in the mall, school, work, doesn't matter where it is, walking from one place to another, just be shuffling in the air, getting your practice on, and it's going to become natural. And the nice thing about shuffling is there's really a lot of room for error. If you were to happen to mess up shuffling, whether you want to be for a flourish or whatever, it's pretty easy to recover from. It's not like you did the pass and like the whole packet ended up the other way, or like it's not like a really major botch. So that's a good thing. And as far as the rest of the stacking tutorials, we have a long series ahead of us, so it's going to be fun, and you're going to learn more things such as bottom dealing. So be on the lookout for that. And that, yeah, just keep practicing, and the Zorro Shuffle especially is going to help you in your controlling of the cards. If you guys got value out of this tutorial, make sure to give it a thumbs up, a little like button down there, as well as subscribing to How to Disturb Reality to the side, as well as checking out the other playlists for performance breakdowns, other tutorials, whether it's stacking, whether it's with money, or social dynamics and crowd control stories. There's a lot of new things going on with Disturb Reality. I'm about to get signed up with a network. I'll let you know what that means when it happens, but essentially what it means is it's going to give me the potential to make a full-time living off of YouTube and just focus on creating new content for you guys to watch, and it will become my job, which is something we all want. So when the time comes, I'll let you guys kind of know, and if it seems like I'm selling out, quote unquote, if it seems that way, I just want you to know that I'm doing it for you guys and to make myself happier and to be able to make a full-time living off of YouTube. So I hope you guys understand when that time comes, and like I said, I'll let you be informed as well. So you can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @Jarek120, as well as becoming a fan at facebook.com/DisturbReality, and you can follow me in my personal updates at facebook.com/Jarek120. I'm on Instagram. My Instagram name is Jarek120 for you iPhone users, as well as making sure to hop over to DisturbReality.com, where you can submit your own videos by leaving a video response to this video, and it will show up in the Magic by You section. There's a little less than a week left on the 10,000 subscribers submission contest, so if you haven't already, go out and film a video of you performing magic, somehow incorporating the classic force, and submit it as a contest entry video submission, video response to that video. Less than a week left, such great prizes. I believe there's 56 entries right now, so hop over there and do it. You can also follow me in my personal life at youtube.com/EvanCloyd. That channel is also going to get partnered, so I will be uploading more frequently to that channel when the time comes, because I will be able to provide a better lifestyle for myself because of it. So if you haven't already, hopped over there, follow me along in my crazy shenanigans in my personal life that goes on behind the scenes of Disturb Reality. YouTube.com/EvanCloyd. I've been getting a lot of rave reviews about the interview with Alan Scott Bays, the hypnotist, and I want you guys to know that we filmed for like 2 hours, so I'm going to be releasing every weekend a new interview between Alan and myself, and it's going to be very valuable, so make sure to check those out. I believe we haven't even scratched the surface, because I remember the interview, and there's stuff that he taught me that I learned from him, and it's an invaluable amount of value. I'm going to try to have that uploaded well before this upcoming Monday, hopefully Saturday. 2 videos a week. I'm going to try to stick with Stacking the Deck, this series, every Wednesday, Thursday, as well as the interview with Alan Scott Bays, the hypnotist, the mentalist, the magician extraordinaire, on Saturdays and Sunday. Thank you all for the love and support, as always. You can always email me at howtodisturb.reality@gmail.com with any personal success or failure stories. I read every email that I get, and while I don't respond to them all, I do see them all. Whether it's messages to me in my personal Facebook, on Twitter, through email, or on the Disturb Reality Facebook fan page, I read everything you guys send me, as well as the comments below. So if there's anything that you guys want to learn as far as stacking the deck, leave a comment below, and maybe it's something I don't have written down to teach, and I can dive right into it. Be inspired to learn and inspired to disturb, and always rise above. I bet you thought I was gonna throw these.